Welcome back to the Manor Entropians. Julian McBain here, and today we are doing Summer Mayhem. And actually, I'm a little over halfway through. I've been playing Summer Mayhem pretty hard to really kind of stretch my legs in Entropia again, because I haven't played a huge amount for the last couple of months. I know I've been away. We all have to take a hiatus sometime, you know? And it has been a very chaotic time, in case you hadn't noticed. Besides world events, of course, I've got personal life events that have gone on, huge changes overall. And so it was really nice to be able to jump in and just have something I could relax, focus on. It isn't as energy requiring as, say, Fallout or Borderlands. And so it's been nice to be able to get in and just do Mayhem. Focused grind. It's kind of like meditation. Focused grind is a lot like meditation. And it's really nice to do. I really enjoy it. You should enjoy it. Play Entropia Universe. That being said, this is a great opportunity for me to do some review of my channel and things that I'm planning on doing. I think I have tried to scatter in too many directions. I think that's hurting me in a lot of ways. I think it's hurting my channel stats and the algorithm. And I think it's hurting my audience because there's too much. It's too scattered. And so what I've decided to do is, for the time being, this is something I'm going to try. For the time being, I'm going to drop doing Let's Plays. I might still record them, but if I do record them, I'm going to throw them in, I'm going to buffer them, throw them in a can, and just not post them for a while. I'm going to focus on Fallout and Entropia. And I'm going to continue doing my McBain moments, because there's so many people who tell me that they like to watch them. I have considered moving them to another channel. I've been advised against that. For the time being, I will not do that. But it is something that I am contemplating doing. What I will do is I will continue to provide as high a quality of content as I possibly can. And hang on, I need to vent this room. It's warm. Spring and summer are nigh upon us, and gaming rigs have a tendency to run hot on purpose. So, but anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to post Fallout content and Entropia content. And I'll keep the McBain moments going every Tuesday and Friday. The live streams for a while will be, likely it's going to be Entropia Universe. It's an easier game to live stream because I can actually chat with folks. Right? When I was playing Subnautica on live stream, it was fairly easy because there was very little combat. It wasn't frenetic. That's really hard to do in a game like Fallout. I mean, you can do it, but it's harder. And for the time being, like, I tried doing my time at Porsche. That didn't go so well. I did it, I think, 3 or 4 live streams of that. It's a great game. I'm really enjoying it. But it's so slow-paced that it's, unless you're playing the game, it's uninteresting. Because it's as grindy as Entropia, and there's very little danger, at least as far as I've seen. I think that game is a lot like Animal Crossing, which I've never played Animal Crossing, but from what I understand, it plays like this. You know, it's a game that you play when you've had a stressful day and you just want to relax. And that's it. You know, there's no real fighting. You go in, you gather resources, you build your workshop, do some farming, kind of like Farmville used to be. Yeah, I see you people in the back saying, "Oh, I didn't play Farm." Yeah, you played Farmville. Either you played Farmville or you played Caféville. I was a Caféville guy. And I say that with absolutely zero shame. Why do I say that with no shame? Because I was building a business. I mean, obviously it was an artificial business. It was a video game business, but I love building businesses. My cafe was doing pretty well, actually, when they shut those servers down. I was really disappointed. Um, but yeah, no, that's the type of gameplay that Porsche is. It's, I won't say it's a casual gameplay experience, but it's kind of like a breakthrough game for someone who is a casual gamer to kind of get into the more hardcore gaming realm. The longer, I hate to use the difference between casual and hardcore, because a gamer's a gamer no matter what game you play. But it's like it's like a good transition game from going from your Facebook games and your mobile games into a more PC focused title with a heavy plot around it. Because let's face it, by and large, the majority of mobile games don't have a determined plot. They're designed to be open-ended, kind of grindy, repetitious. You build things up. You know, from your Fallout Shelters, which is well, frankly, it's Sim Tower Underground. I miss Sim Tower. That was a lot of fun. To your, oh geez, I don't even play mobile games. You know, Bejeweled, Bricked, that game where you throw like a line of balls into the picture that's made out of bricks, and you have to break the whole thing up. And it's a good breakthrough for someone who wants to transition to PC gaming and see what PC gaming really has to offer. But it still keeps it to that kind of low-key experience. So I think that there's a lot of potential with it. And I'm going to take the time to play it off air and just kind of enjoy it, because I don't do that with a lot of games anymore. And I'm just going to focus my channel on Entropia and Fallout. You know, two of my favorite titles. Now, I might take a break from 76 at some point. Maybe I'll do a Let's Play of Fallout 4. It's still Fallout, and so it fits the theme. I'd love to do one of New Vegas, but New Vegas, God bless its divine soul, is loaded with crash bugs, and it has a hard time running on Windows 10. I hate it. You hate it. We all hate it. We all know it, and it hurts. So I need to get better with recording software if I'm going to be doing a Let's Play of Fallout New Vegas, because I need to be able to jump cut when the game crashes. So yeah, that's the generalized plan. Schedule-wise, I'm going to move my Fallout 76 videos to Monday and Thursday. Entropia Universe has always been my primary game. Fallout 76 kind of supplanted it for a little while. Now I'm going to be playing the two together. So Entropia will be returning to its original time slot. Fallout 76 will be taking the old Let's Play time slots of Mondays and Thursdays. McBain Moments, of course, will be Tuesdays and Fridays. Saturdays, I haven't quite figured out what I'm gonna do yet. I might do something special those days. It'll be one or the other game. Maybe I'll alternate. I've considered trying to figure out what to do for, like, I tried out the whole Julian McBain show theme. I've done a vlog. I did a vlog for over a year. But I haven't determined what the best thing to do on a Saturday is. My goal is to continue to post 7 days a week. To me, that's very important, and I think that's shown a lot of benefit. But now it's going to come down to what else can I do, because I tend to do things in pairs, and there are 7 days. That doesn't help us very much. That, and as things open up, because my schedule has drastically changed, my Saturdays are now more open in the afternoons and evenings. You know, being a Freemason, once we're allowed to do so, we do bingo in our lodge, which, you know, because in my state you can only do that if it's for charity. Of course, we're a charity organization. That's we're a fraternity first, but we're a charity organization as a close second. We have a lot of charities that we support, and so that's how we raise money for charity. And so, assuming we can ever do it again, my hope is to take my Saturday evenings and do that. And so, figuring out what would be beneficial to that Saturday time slot, because I record those on Thursday. Come on. There we go. And that takes away from my weekend time that I usually do to produce my Monday and Thursday content. So that's going to have to rearrange things a little bit. Which is fine. It keeps a person on his toes. You know what I'm saying? Did I ever actually convert that to ammo? I did not. Convert. There we go. Maybe now we'll get lucky and get a global. Usually if you convert like a huge chunk of shrapnel to ammo, your chances of a global go up rather drastically. That's not universally true, but I have noticed that. So yeah, good stuff. Lots of new things coming down the pipe. Trying to figure it out. In Entropia, I finished the Berrycled Codex missions, which was my primary goal. There we go. Global 119.55. See, I told you. Like 2 mobs later, there it was. In Entropia, my next goal, now that I've finished the Berrycled Codex missions, I've contemplated taking the time to blow through the Kerberos, because I know I'm already on rank 11. It wouldn't take me too much time, not a terrible amount. I'm doing pretty well on the drones, but it's so slow. Because the only drones I've really found are the low level drones, which of course take forever to grind. You don't spend anything doing it. You don't spend hardly a penny playing at that level, which is awesome. You know, I could deposit 20 bucks and play for a year at that level. Okay, that's not entirely true. But I mean, I've played 3 hours and only blown through like 5 ped. Okay, so if you do the math on that, if you've got 20 bucks, it's 200 ped, and you're only burning 5 ped a session, even if you're playing daily. Let's see. It's 40 days. It's almost 2 months. On the same price that about the same price you'd pay for a subscription in other MMOs. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. And that negates selling off a lot of the loot. Because once you get a certain amount of the looter profession for robots, they drop Rubios like water. They do. And you just go to the newbie area and sell them for, Rubios you can actually sell for a ridiculous amount of markup, even though the actual cost is low. So, like, you can sell a Rubio for 18 pek or even 27 pek in some cases. And they've got a 9 pek TT value. It's like, you're talking 200%, 300% off baseline. That's some serious markup. I mean, you're not making a huge amount off each sale, but it's still a significant amount of markup. Even the smallest markup is going to be almost 10%. You go from 9 pek to 10 pek. That's 10%. It's more than 10%. It's like 11.5 or some ridiculous thing like that. So you're selling them at 110 effectively. That's better markup than most things in this game. Sell those all off. You're good to go. And then Azuros, they also drop Azuros pretty commonly. Sell those for a ped. That's 30 pek a piece. in profit. So realistically, if you're smart about it, you should break even, I think, once you've got the skills up. You might even make some money off of it. Not a huge amount of money, but money. The other thing that they drop is they drop the B101 amps, which only have an 8 pec TT value. But you can sell those for like 500%. And people buy them because their efficiency, for something that is so inexpensive, the efficiency boost of them is actually quite drastically large. And I don't mean it's like huge, but what it is for the price, the percentage you get is much more significant than the price would suggest. That's what I'm talking about. It's like if the average amp was you were paying 1 ped per 10%, right? Then the B101 would be something like 1 ped per 30%, but it's only got an 8 pec TT value. See how that works? It's less visible because the total TT value is so low that the percentage remains low, but the ratio is drastically higher, money to efficiency. Now, does that help you in the end? Not really. It's really meant to boost newbies who don't have the skills, and because of that would otherwise lose ped in a place where they would normally just break even. Like if they were a middling player like me, they'd just break even. But it's a good thing to know. Global 106.93. Boy, this is already looking to be a good run tonight. Two globals over 100 ped. I will not complain about that at all. Oh, that reminds me. I got a ring. They're both the same. Oh no, I can't equip a second one. Damn it. I'll have to sell it. Well, that is unfortunate. But I'm pretty sure those actually have good markup. I got it out of one of the I actually got it out of an Easter Strong box I had it left over. Oh yeah. There we go. So yeah, first time I've ever gotten a ring out of a box, and of course it's the one ring I already have. I bought that ring ages ago. But what I can do is I can flip the ring and buy a different ring with the proceeds. Because that's what you do. Don't want it? Flip it. And that's what you do in real life too. If you have... This is something that never occurred to me. Like, there was someone who said if someone offered you a Lamborghini for $50,000, would you buy it? And a lot of people would be like, no, I don't want a Lamborghini. Or, I mean, I know a lot of people are like, oh, a Lambo or a Ferrari, right? Me personally, I'm not a Ferrari guy. Never have been a Ferrari guy. It's not my thing. But if someone said, hey, I'm going to offer you that Ferrari for $50,000, I'd say, okay, we can do that. And I would go find the money to buy this $50,000 Ferrari. Now, why would I buy a car that I don't want for a ridiculous amount of money? Why would I take money out to do that? And I would. I guarantee I could get a loan for that. Why would I do it? Because a Ferrari is a $250,000 car. You take out the money, you buy the Ferrari, you flip it, you can resell the Ferrari for $150,000. It's a $250,000 car, mind you. You're making $100,000 off the top. the other person still got a great deal. And you're up 100 grand. How's that? Well, same principle applies here. I got a ring I don't need. So what do I do with it? And honestly, I wish I could equip it. That would be awesome. And maybe if I can sell both of these, I can get the next level up. But either way, I don't need the ring, so I flip it. I'm not just going to TT it. I'll resell it. And then I'll buy something I can use. And I think that's something a lot of people in this game understand in the game, but they don't understand it in real life. And I think that's something that a lot of gamers really miss about life. Oh, that was a good loot. The business skills you learn in Entropia Universe 100% apply to real life. Why the hell aren't you applying these skills in real life, guys? Come on. Markup. Understanding the market. Finding buyers. Finding sellers. I mean, yeah, selling in this game is pretty easy. Technically speaking, it's one to sell something for a price. But there is a certain amount of skill that goes into it. You know, patience, drive, knowing how often to hit the trade chat with the item that you're selling. You know, knowing what forums to go on to sell that item, because there are forums out there. There's a whole market for Entropia Universe out there. I don't even pay much attention to it because in this game I'm mostly a hunter. You know, I don't do a whole lot of business. I should. If I was smart, I would. I'd be like Lorespade and own a shop. By the way, you should all go find his shop. It is at Medusa Bazaar. It is shop number 1 on floor 2. And you ought to go check it out. He's who I buy my swords from whenever possible. Speaking of which, I'm going to have to order a couple more off of him. These are almost gone. Maybe that'll have to be one of my goals for the coming year, is to really grind out those crafting skills. It's something I should be doing, and I don't. And I understand that. Because crafting is really the business side of this game. Hunting is the gaming side of this game. Mining to a certain extent is too. But the real business in this game is crafting. If you can craft weapons, fuck, you got it made. If you're smart about it, you watch the market, you target the things that people buy, the more niche products that can get slightly higher markup. Like, I mean, you can produce LR10s all day long and they will sell. That's like a baseline product. Everyone needs LR10s. People produce LR10s, LR10s sell, they fly off the shelves because everyone can use an LR10. It's the first limited weapon you really use that isn't from the trade terminal. Then you get into more niche products like the LB, the long blades. LB10s are still fairly common because everyone wants to try melee. But then you get into the higher level melees, the LB35s, the LB40s. Those are specialty products. You can sell those for significant markup. And people like me will pay it because we want to do melee. And we want to be able to tow it with mobs that ranged players maybe can't. Because when you do melee, when you're dedicated to melee, your hit points will be higher. That's not a might. That's not a may. That is, they will be higher. Period. Or full stop, full stop, full stop, full stop. That's just how it works. Getting all these strong boxes. I gotta decide whether I'm gonna open them or sell them. I'm gonna open one because I still have one key left. I had 49 boxes. So yes, I bought keys. I re-upped my ammo, and I got that extra ring. That was awesome. I was like, there's no way in hell I'm gonna get it. No, I got a ring. And that was pretty cool. And I'm contemplating doing like the confidential strong boxes instead of just buying straight ammo. Because you do have the chance at like the super unique ring where only one person in the whole game has it. But from an efficiency standpoint, when it comes to the amount of ammo you get, it's less efficient than buying the expansions on the starter kits, which is what I buy because you get the big, you know, 5 milligram neurobiotic boosters, of which I don't have any left. That's good to know. Oh yeah, the 10-hour one. Ha! Wait, so wait a second. This is 10%. That's the 50%. Okay. Speaking of which, I haven't used one this entire time to see if it increases my my return on investment. And actually, I don't think it does. And I think the reason for that is when you use it, you've already paid Mindark for the pill. They're not going to take that out of your loot. So I think I'm going to start doing that on the next go. That would be the smart thing to do. So yeah, I took some time, I recuperated. I take a hiatus, I think I roughly take one every year. Different times of the year, but I do take one, because you have to take a break. You have to take a break. And I enjoy those breaks. But when I do take the breaks and I come back, I enjoy the game so much more for having taken the break. Whereas otherwise, you know, you're going to go through periods it's just like, I don't want to do this. It's a job. Because realistically it is, especially for like a YouTuber. Comes with the territory. So yeah. So okay, what are we doing in Entropia universe after Mayhem? And I might do a second go. I don't know yet. We're blowing through the first run so quickly. I can absolutely do a second one. And this is where you get all your skills, realistically speaking. This is where you really make the skill points. Is when you are in Mayhem. I mean, I've already blown up to rank 9 on the Mayhem Creature, on the Summer Creature Challenge. It would be really nice to just keep hammering at it. I mean, I could jump into practice, but I want to see where I rank when I stop. I'm 6 hours in, 7 hours in. No, 6.25 hours in. I only have 2,600 points. That's not much, especially since the... Has anyone finished yet? Oh yeah. I mean, look at this. Currently, you need 7,800 points realistically just to place. You really want to be in the 8s to 9s. Currently, I'm looking at 26th? No, 20... I'd make 23rd with my current score. Realistically, I'll probably be competing for 22nd or 21st. Which is higher than it was the last time. I routinely come in the 40s. So that's good. I could invest in a higher level amp, which I've contemplated doing. But I am at the point where, you know, this game is becoming a significant expense if you really want to play at that higher level. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just have to look at my disposable income. Now I've moved around how I work my money because I'm trying to build other things. And so I've been really careful about how I manage that. But it doesn't mean it can't be done. It just means that one has to be wise with one's time and money. I mean, as you can see, it's not like I am for want of dumping pet into the game. If I were to completely... Yeah, I'm looking at 1,200 or 100... No, 1,200 pet worth of ammo. There's currently an apartment for sale, and it's for sale for another day and a half on Monria that I'm sorely tempted to buy. I just don't really want to drop 250 USD on it. Oi! I mean, let's be facing it, kids. That's a lot of dough. But no, this is all good stuff. I'm glad to be back in Entropia, like seriously back in Entropia. I never actually like completely stopped playing. I might take a couple weeks off. I might just check in. There was 1 month where the only thing I did is I managed my my deeds. And that's all fine. You know, sometimes you have to have that. There is nothing wrong with it. But then you have to come back. Currently, I'm sitting on... Let's talk about these. I've got 87 AUDs, 50 Moon Deeds, and 175 Crystal Palace Station shares. Oops. And I think that this is... Yeah. These have been doing... Oh, these did do really well for a while. Like, I was getting double days, triple days. I think I had like 5 times day, 5x day. That was ridiculous. Last month, I was able to buy a whole AUD just off the proceeds of existing deeds. That's nuts. And I've contemplated changing how I take the money out. I don't take money out of Entropia Universe yet. That will eventually happen. But like all the money that comes from deeds and shares go back into deeds and shares. For the time being, that is the wise way to do it. Eventually, I want the deeds and shares, the revenues, to replace the deposits I have to make all the time. You know, that's what Lorespade did. He's a very smart person, even though he doesn't give himself very much credit for it. See you over there, Lorespade. And that's my goal, too. Just takes time. That's all it is. It all takes time. And I have other investments going as well. Because you never put... Some people say put all your eggs in one basket and then just carefully watch that basket. I don't. And you know what? Maybe that's to my detriment. But I don't. I put my eggs in several baskets because if one egg breaks or if one basket breaks, I don't lose all my eggs. So I've got some here. I've got some in traditional investments. I've got some in this thing called long game savings, which is it's an actual like FDIC insured bank account, gamified, and you earn coins, which are not money, that you can play their gambling games on. So you're not spending money, you're spending the coins, and sometimes you get money out of it. There's like a $3 a month fee now that just got implemented, which, you know, whatever. Eventually I'll probably figure out how to make it so that I don't have to pay that fee, because there are options, but it doesn't really work with the way I do banking at the moment. I would encourage all of you to check that app out. This is not a sponsored slot. This is just me saying, you know what, this is a really good gamified way of taking care of your finances, or at least helping. It's a lot of fun. You know, you visit the app once a day, you check in, you collect your coins, and it's all good. You play a couple of games. You'd actually be surprised how quickly you save up. Okay, how are we doing? We're at 4:23. So we've been in here about 40 minutes. Lately, I've been running it about 7 minutes short of the hour. Hoping that holds true this time. I've also been using this Combustive Attack Nanochip 4, which has really served me well. I should get an amp for it. I haven't yet. Definitely increase the efficiency, increase the amount of damage I'm doing, but, you know, this is me we're talking about. Took me forever to buy my first regular, you know, amp for my sword. It's like, oh yeah, I'm doing a lot better now. I mean, yeah, the repair bill's higher, but when you check that against the total efficiency, it's like, okay, yeah, my repair bill's higher, but my revenues are much higher too. As a matter of percentage, what matters is what's at the bottom line. Yeah, your repair bill may be higher, but your top line, the amount of revenue you generate, is higher too. If the amount of revenue you generate relative to the repair bill is higher, that's all that matters. Yeah, you can have a 1,000 ped repair bill, but if you have a 1,200 ped revenue, you still made 200 ped. And maybe without the amp, you do 900 ped in repairs. But if you only have 1,050 ped, and yes, I'm using deliberately large numbers, but there are people out there who actually do that large in one day. If I had to make a guess, I'm willing to bet Raven Jade plays at that level. By the way, if you haven't checked out Raven Jade, go check out Raven Jade. Go subscribe to her channel right now. She plays at level 10 in Mayhem. Level 10. She is the very definition of Uber. Actually, I don't know how many skill points she's got. How many skill points I don't even know how many skill points I've got. I'm at 111. And I've been recording since I was at like 10 or 15,000. Catching up to Lore Spade. He's at 150 last I checked. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you got Raven Jade, who I'm almost positive. I mean, she plays at level 10 in Mayhem. She's got to be an Uber. And if she's not an Uber, then she's just below Uber. Bonnie Knight, or Bonneville, I think is the way it works on Twitch. She's a Twitch streamer, she's just started her YouTube channel. If I remember correctly, she's Scottish. And I believe she also plays at the Uber level. So go find those two players. If you want to see what Ubers do, go watch them. You can also watch Death House. He also plays at the Uber level, but I haven't seen him on in quite some time. And it might just be because I'm not really paying attention to Twitch lately. Because he's mostly a Twitch streamer in my experience. But they play like super high level. They blow me out of the water. If I tried facing off against them in PvP, they could cough and I'd die. I'd be like, oh, sorry, Julian, you're dead. And because I have a dark sense of humor, I'd be like, you killed me with the Rona. And this is the benefit to not being monetized. So yeah, let's see, who else should you watch for Entropia Universe content? You got Serial Overdrive, although Serial Overdrive is pretty much the definition of Entropia YouTuber at this point. I already mentioned Lore Spade, I already mentioned Bonnie, I already mentioned Raven Jade. Delusionist. All of his content is old. And from what I understand, he has not put out anything new in a very long time. Go sub to his channel, guys. If nothing else, his segment on trolling Ubers in the oil field is worth watching over and over and over again. It's fucking hilarious. And he does cuts, right? He doesn't do raw footage like I do. He does cut it to give you all the good parts, because there's a lot of, in Entropia Universe, there's a lot of opportunity for blank space where you're just driving around, right? If you don't believe me on that, go to my Arcadia videos. You're gonna see a whole lot of fucking driving around. But it's a lot of fun to watch. It's a huge amount of fun to watch. You know, you go there, you watch him troll the Ubers in the oil field. It's from like 3 years ago, 4 years ago now. He has a couple of good ones from like Orthos. So go watch his channel too. Delusionist, if you watch my content, come on, man. I'm waiting for some fresh stuff from you for 3 years. You're one of the people who got me into this game. Produce something, please. Okay, wine over. I've been drinking. Can you tell I've been drinking? I've been drinking. Scotch is a good thing. Part of me feels like I'm more entertaining this way. $16.95. We're actually doing really well. Impressively well, actually. Because I had to use some shrapnel in order to do repairs. I totally expected this run to be kind of rough. And, it hasn't been. And frankly, I'm not gonna bitch. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't do me any good. It would honestly be rather dumb. the hell is Entropia Gold? OLA 39. I don't think I... Oh. I don't think I have OLA 39. $29.63. Vermilion Fields. Miwok Mountain Pass. 6. Come to think of it. Oh, this is Big Industries. 41 East, 41 North, 41 West. 42. Nope, I bet it's in this area here or over here. 44, 47, 46, 43. That freaking cold place. I love that title. $49. I don't know, guys. You're gonna have to find it yourselves. Oh, it was a mining deposit. That's a huge deposit of oil. Holy shit. 217 ped. Down to 12 minutes. We should be coming up upon the boss here pretty quick. And it occurs to me I never brought out a pet. Well, that bites. I really did this whole one not quite as well as I should have. Oops. Well, as they say, shit happens. I'm hoping he pops at about 4 hours 7. Our score's gone up pretty well. Not as much as I'd like, but not bad. I think if they would eliminate the 0-point mobs, that would actually be really beneficial. I mean, honestly, that should be done. I know we're getting close. This is when the nerves kind of kick in. Like, when's the boss gonna pop? The more efficient you are at killing them, the faster the boss pops. Like when I started this, I did a live stream on last Friday. No, last Tuesday. Last Tuesday, Lorespan and I did a live stream. I think we got the boss to pop in practice 3 times. That was pretty cool. It also really displayed the dynamic when you and another player have such a drastic difference in skills, like the one between Warspade and I. Warspade outstrips me in skills by like 50 or 60,000 points minimum. I mean, a lot of his skills are in crafting, so raw combat skills, I think we are... He's probably between 15 and 20% better than I am in raw combat skills. And he chose something he was weak in. He chose just to do Mind Force, which helped me out, but he was still doing more damage than me. And that's not me bitching, that's just stating a statement of fact. Because he was so much better, he was getting a larger proportion of the loot, which didn't hurt me any because, of course, the amount of pet I'm dumping into the mob is much lower. But it just really kind of keyed me in on just how much pet worth of damage you do when you're at a higher level. And what that disparity can look like. No, Warspade's not on. Hopefully this is it. I've been playing fairly efficiently. He should pop in the next 2 to 3 minutes. I find it funny that both Summer and Halloween Mayhem have mutants. Merry Mayhem is animals. Easter Mayhem is robots. And I think there's another Mayhem in there that's missing. Like, you've got the gap between Easter Mayhem and Merry Mayhem and Easter Mayhem. Okay, fine. But it feels like there's one missing between Summer and Halloween. And I don't remember what it is. And I could be totally wrong. It could just be the 4 Mayhems. It feels like there is another one. Like an Autumn Mayhem or a Fall Mayhem. An Oktoberfest Mayhem. That would be awesome. Just dropping booze everywhere. There he is. Back up to the teleporter. You know, you may laugh at the seconds I save doing this, but every second counts. He's got that whole lightning motif going for him. I'm an irritated panda bear. Come on, we got this. Three, 2. Okay, so I misread that. I'm cool with that. And there we go. Alright guys, that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers, one subscription at a time, so make sure you subscribe. As always, I appreciate the support, and we'll see you in the next one.